Let's welcome in former White House advisor and host of the Gorka reality check here on Newsmax, Sebastian Gorka. Dr. Gorka, good to see you again. This morning, you were on with me last night when I was with Eric Bowling, The Balance. So it was just a few hours ago, it feels like, but it's great to be back with you. We didn't talk about this last night, but this was the best possible setup in New Hampshire for Nikki Haley. No state, is she, including South Carolina, is she going to have a better chance, because people that are going to vote for Joe Biden in November were able to vote for Nikki Haley on Tuesday, and she still lost by 11 points. What does that tell you?
Yeah, that's the most important thing we need to know about the results in New Hampshire. You put it right in context, Rob. So think about this. On paper, if we take personal proclivities out of the equation, this was the, quote, worst primary state for my former boss, President Trump. And what happens? Just a blowout victory. And then if we add to that we know it was not, in the majority of instances, real Republicans voting for her, and we had people switch at the last minute. We had independents, we had former Democrats, we had people on camera who were saying, yeah, I'm voting for Biden, but I came tonight to vote for Nikki. And you go, hang on a second, is this a Republican caucus or not? Is this a Republican primary or not? And on top of that, just the week before, on another cable channel, we have one of the biggest bundlers for Nikki Haley openly admit on camera how proud the campaign is of the number of big, and I mean big, Democrat donors Nikki Haley can count on. And you say, hang on a second, is this subversion? Is this really a primary to pick the Republican candidate? Or is this sabotage? Is this a stalking horse? Is this somebody who's coming in there as a fake Republican, not even a rhino, somebody who's enjoying Democrat support? And you have to say, it really doesn't matter, because the American people have chosen. Compare that with Iowa. Iowa, one of the most purple states out there, and a record victory for President Trump again. So they can try to have their fake candidate, but it's not working, Rob.
Yeah, and there's no points for second place. She picked up a couple delegates, but really there are no points for second place here. No. And Donald Trump, I know the media is trying to say that, no, he's an incumbent. He's not an incumbent. He was an incumbent 3 years ago. He was one of the 14 candidates, just like everybody else in July. Now we're down to 2. A lot of people think, yourself included, we should be down to 1, but Nikki Haley has got a lot of fundraisers planned between now and February the 24th, the date of the South Carolina primary. 12 fundraisers, at least, planned between now and primary day in South Carolina. Dr. Gorka, look, I know that according to the latest poll out of South Carolina, Trump's got a 30-point lead, but she's got 30 days to try and shift things and change the tide in her home state. Can she do it?
Mathematically, no. But the trouble is, we're not talking to logical people. I mean, God bless Ron DeSantis for doing what he's doing, because could you imagine what would happen to him forever if he stayed in the race and then was crushed in the state of which he is the governor? He knew he can't let that happen. President Trump is going to take Florida as well. We have every single senior conservative in South Carolina, even people like Tim Scott, who were created by then Governor Nikki Haley, saying, sorry, this is over. This is done and dusted. America has spoken. They want President Trump back as their candidate. I think the people whispering into Nikki's ear, hey, you know what? If something happens to Trump, you're the person who could swoop in there. I think, sadly, this person is listening to those voices, and she is betting tragically and disgustingly on the scenario of if something happens to President Trump. And that's just immoral. That's just dirty.